Yo, 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 what is up? For another edition of Flip Your 20 Friday. I'm just going to stop it early. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, welcome back to Flip Your 20 Friday. Hey, before we get started with the video for today, I say it every time, anytime you're on a YouTube video, the person always says it. If what you're hearing on the videos is helping you, they're valuable to you, and to the people that you love, please share and please subscribe below. I would really appreciate that because together we can help more and more people. So let's dive in. Today's video is based on two questions that I got over on Instagram at flipyour20_, and they go together. So I'm going to answer them together on this video, and they certainly are applicable to current times with coronavirus. So the questions are, how do you manage tough times, and how do you handle uncertainty? Sounds relevant. And again, I gotta laugh. I'm certainly not making light of it, but you gotta have some humor amongst it too, so you're not spiraling and sad and crying the whole time. So you gotta have some levity. That's about perspective. All right, so here's the thing. When it comes to dealing with tough times, I'm going to use one of the quotes that I've heard from Tony Robbins that I've really like. It really stuck with me. And it's, for most of us meaning humans of any age, for most of us, our biggest problem is thinking we're not supposed to have problems. For most of us, our biggest problem is thinking we're not supposed to have problems. So the way I interpret that is, if our perspective is life should be hunky-dory, easy breezy, no problems, clear sailing, and then any problem shows up, not even a global pandemic, let's just forget about that for a second. Oh my God, let's totally forget about that for just a second. Use your imagination. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. Okay, that was nice. Thank you for doing that with me. So if we think everything's supposed to be easy breezy and then any challenge comes our way, big, small, whatever, we lose our cool, we get frustrated, mad, we shut down, we get angry, which, look, they're all normal responses. I'm not bashing any of them. I've done them plenty myself. All I'm saying is, what if starting today you choose to flip your 20 and know that when the tough time comes, whether it's current state or anything else, it's here to help us learn and grow. I'm not saying you got to go skipping around every time a problem happens like, yay, I have a problem. You can. Go for it. I don't know if you'll have more or less friends as a result, but you do you. So if when the problem comes, you can be mad, you can have a pity party, you can be angry, do that, and then set a timeline and go, okay, but what now? It is here, so what now? What can I focus on right now? What can I control now? So one of the ways we manage tough times is being aware of, and I've said this in some other videos, and you can watch anyone who's any kind of a social worker, psychologist, counselor, they're going to tell you the same thing. Focus on what you can focus on what you can control and take action on those things. Because when we focus on things we can't control, then the tough times get harder and harder and harder, and then we feel like maybe we lose hope. And we always have to have hope for anything. Hope is a great momentum builder. If we lose hope, that's a rough place to be. And so with the current times we're in, which is a major tough time, how do we manage this? Is focus on, again, what you can control. I feel like a broken record with that already. But what if we focus on what you're learning now in this experience and taking those learning experiences and that growth as a stepping stone to build up your experience repertoire, fancy word, and to build up your success repertoire. So what I'm saying is, if you're paying attention to you and to what's going on around you and what you can control and taking action on what you can control, right? Whether that's exercise, nutrition, meditating, singing, helping the elderly neighbor, delivering food, helping your parents with chores, not going off on your kids because they got sick of doing the homework for a few minutes. When you focus on what you can control and you take action on that, then you're growing and learning. And when you focus on what you're literally learning in the moment, It gives you a little more sense of calm, a composure, confidence, control. That we'll get through this too, and celebrate that growth and learning. Because you're going to need whatever the skill or skills you're learning now, patience, confidence, resilience, perseverance, rest, whatever. You're going to need those multiple times over. Multiple times over. That helps you manage, even in this wild time we're in, it can help you manage it better. Like, I have some friends who are really aware of and appreciating the people in their lives more, where maybe they took them for granted before. And who hasn't done that? Raising my hand to that too. Focusing like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not taking advantage of my friends anymore. Because once we come out of this, then there's going to be an even greater connection and relationship. That's powerful. Versus feeling like you're stuck in your home by yourself or with your like family that you're sick of or whatever. For me, I'm really learning, I would say even more patience. I always get a lesson of patience, like, because that's something I've always been challenged with, but I'm getting better and better. And in the midst of this time, I'm sitting at moments going, I'm really glad I'm being patient now and being calm. I'm being pretty even keeled, because that's historically not been my MO. But I'm glad this is forcing me to really learn this lesson, to dive in, to be immersed in it. So when we come out of this, I will be even more patient, even more calm, even more even keeled. So dealing with the hard times is focusing on what you're learning in the moment now to give you more of a sense of control. I mean, that's what I have to say about that particular part of the question. The other part is this, how to deal with uncertainty. That's a big one. Pardon me for a second. Uncertainty is a big one. And we are certainly in a world of uncertainty now. But this even goes beyond. This is prior to COVID-19, during, it'll be after. As humans, we have a tendency to really like certainty. We feel like we're in control. We know what's next. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I get it. I used to be like that because my life was so out of control. I'm like, I want to be certain of everything. I get it. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone. So here's the thing. This is from my perspective and my lived experience. I'm not trained as a psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, but from my experience, I think it's important what we name things and the meaning we give to things. So here's what I mean by that. Right now we can call it uncertainty, we can call it fear, we can call it anxiety, we can call it a lot of things. And I'm not saying if you have an anxiety disorder, I'm not poo-pooing that. That's not the context I'm using it in. And all of those feelings, the anxiety, fear, uncertainty, sadness, depression, sadness, right? They're all normal, healthy, especially right now. What I'm saying is knowing that we are in an uncertain time. Y'all know that, right? You guys, you know we're in a uncertain time, right? I live by myself. Yes, we are in an uncertain time. So you can call it fear. Every day you can wake up, you can watch a lot of news and say, I'm afraid, I'm fearful, everybody's going to die, da, 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 and spiral down. You can, and plenty of people are. And it is. There's going to be terrible loss of life. I'm not minimizing that at all. Loss of jobs. I'm unemployed right now too. What I'm saying is, if you choose to label it fear and scary, and that's the only, let me say, that's the only label you give it, and you give it so much meaning and so much power, it's going to be hard to focus on anything else, on being grateful, on loving your kids, that hopefully you have a roof and you have food. I hope that you do. I know some people don't. What I'm saying is we give so much meaning to fear and scared and all of uncertainty. Yeah, yes, it's there. It's there. But you can flip your 20 and choose to focus on that a smaller portion of the time. Smaller, look, I get it too. But I'm like, okay, that's been like 5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, turn the news off, go for a walk. So I'm choosing to flip my 20, as can you, to, all right, yep, that was fear. I was scared. Oh my gosh, like the death toll, which that's real. And then what can you do to give different meaning to the rest of your day and the day of the lives and the people that you love, the people you're taking care of, who are taking care of you? Let's shift to more gratitude, more love, more kindness. And let's give all of the things, like the sun is shining right now. Where I live, it's been rainy and cold the past few days. Yesterday and today are sunny. Grateful. I want to focus on that. I'm not going to turn the news on for 2 hours. But that's a choice. That's what I choose to focus on. And I'm not judging what anyone does. You got to do what you got to do to cope in this time. Because our coping skills right now are coming, like they're shouting at us right now, whether they're healthy or not. So what we can control is our focus and what we're choosing to label and give meaning to. What if you choose to focus on more of the good things? That doesn't mean you're oblivious. It doesn't mean we're like got our head in the sand pretending nothing's happening. I'm not saying that. I would never say that. That would be gross to say that. Hashtag don't be gross. I'm just saying. I'm inviting you to consider. Focus on what you can control. You can control this. You can control this. You can control this. When you focus on what you can control and you take action on those things, you feel like you're in control. It gives you a little more sanity, more safety, more peace. Focus on gratitude and on the meaning that we're giving to things, big and small. Focus on the meaning we're giving to it. Because nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. Until you give it meaning. If that is a takeaway for today, to change the meaning on certain things in an uncertain time, as my grandpa used to say, that's a good job done. And you have that choice every day. I'm not saying it's easy. If you know anything about me and my message is not about easy. It's always about perspective. It's about being resilient. And we all have a great opportunity to be more resilient now than we've ever been. I hope this helps you. Please, again, share, subscribe. If this is going to help someone else in your life that you love, that's the purpose of doing these. I appreciate your time. I know some of these, you don't know the length of time. I don't know either. I'll tell you what I do. I usually have a few notes, and then I just go because I want to be honest and real with you. So thank you for being here and sharing your time. I know our time is valuable. I look forward to seeing you on Monday for the next Monday with Molly. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Be kind. Practice gratitude. And I will see you soon. Flip your 20. Peace.